Ranking all the Rites of War for Horus Heresy 2.0, Part 6, the Sky Hunter Phalanx. My name is Mechanid, let's get started. Representing a muster of the Legion's anti-grav units, the Sky Hunter Phalanxes are employed to range ahead of the Legion and engage forward enemy units. Legion Sky Hunters and Proteus Landspeeder squadrons may be taken as troops choices. Any Sky Hunter squadrons taken as troops gain line. The limitations. Models with the vehicle type in this army must have one of the following: Flyer, Fast, or Skimmer. All infantry units in this army must start the game embarked upon a transport that has the Flyer subtype. You cannot take any dreadnoughts, fortifications, and you cannot take this Rite of War in an allied detachment. Still no fortifications this time, but opening the troop slot up to jet bikes and land speeders gives you some much needed slots to fill with fast movers, going from 3 in the fast attack to a whopping 9 slots overall. Granting your jet bikes line lets you use their massive 16-inch speed to jump onto objectives and get into the backline fast. Likewise, Proteus land speeders are great mobile shooting platforms. Both units having relentless and firing protocols lets these anti-grav units blast away at full ballistic skill even after going their full movement, meaning it'll be very easy to draw a line onto the units that you want to kill. You combine this with the easy access to multi-melters and other heavy weapons, and you've got some very dangerous, very fast shooting units. Anti-grav, while preventing you from gaining cover saves, lets you bypass all terrain with no restrictions. You just can't end up in impassable terrain. This means you've got a leg up over other units, letting you hop out of cover or over enemy units or over terrain and attack much like a knight in chess. However, there are some downsides. Both bikes and speeders have low wounds and only a 3-up armor save. You could combat this somewhat with artificer armor on bikes, but especially when stacked with heavy weapons like melter guns, this can make bikes and speeders a big points investment for the amount of durability that they have. As such, these units can feel like glass cannons. Losing dreadnoughts will hurt, however, if you are desperate, you can always take an allied detachment and grab a dread or two. Limiting your vehicles to flyers, fasts, or skimmer vehicles will greatly reduce your choices. Gone are all the tanks and artillery, and you're going to have to be relying on your fast movers to do the heavy hitting. Forcing your infantry into flying transports, so Storm Eagles, Dreadclaws, and Charybdises and the like, is great for theme and mobility, but this can get pricey both in points and in pounds, so beware of that. This may also limit your choices of troops, as you'll be restricted on what you can physically fit into those transports. While this list is likely to have a low model count, bikes and speeders are very expensive in dollars or pounds to the amount of points you're actually getting. Furthermore, you may struggle to fit masses of bikes or speeders into other lists, so you may not get as much flexibility when trying to make other armies. And as with any army stacked with a lot of models of a similar type, it can get quite repetitive to play. However, a full cavalry army of bikes and speeders is a glory to behold on the tabletop. For the sheer cool factor, the speed and power it provides, I'm putting the Sky Hunters in a solid B tier. While it does have its downsides, it's sure to turn heads and make for some really memorable games. Which Rite of War should we look at next? And stay tuned for more. My name is Mechanid, thanks for watching.